Lakers versus Mavs playoff game.
Round 2. Who pulls it out and why?
This is IB Sports. I'm BJ Griffin.
I'm Rell Gibson.
Lakers versus Mavs, round 2, playoff game. Mavs defied what many people said would be a Blazers victory last round, and they pull it out against the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, there's some question marks that I want answered for the Mavs. And the Mavericks, they are blowing these big fourth quarter leads. They were up, what, 24 points against the Trail Blazers, and then Brandon Roy just comes in and just
in the fourth quarter, this guy just came in and just carried his team to victory in Game 4. Like,
nobody stopped him.
Wow, nobody stopped it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what went wrong there, but they cannot play like that against the Lakers, because if they do, they'll be swept.
They will be. What was going on with the game plan? Why would you not hand the ball off to Dirk Nowitzki, your playmaker, who comes in the fourth quarter and helps you guys out? And you know, why was everybody else shooting the ball? Why did we have like Jason Terry and like Jason Kidd throwing threes and shit? That's
last seconds.
That's stupid. Give it to Dirk. That's your playmaker. I don't understand. But if the Mavs do shit like that, they're gonna lose to the Lakers. And you know, honestly, if we can be honest right now, right? I think they're probably gonna do some shit like that at some point in with the Lakers series. And if you fuck up one time, excuse the language, if you fuck up one time against the Lakers in a playoff series, you're gonna lose. You know? And the Mavs, they're already their team's not too playoff friendly. If that makes any sense. They don't win. I mean, what? This is the first time escaping the first round in like a couple years?
Since I'll say.
Since 2000 something.
Yeah, something like that.
Couple years, four or so years, but yeah, so they're finally in the second round, and you know, I'm not saying the Mavs don't have a chance, because I mean, of course, they really do. It's just that clutch ability. These teams, when they show up, and I'm not trying to rant, but like, it's a different game when you hit the playoffs. I mean, of course, you know, but at least the Mavs can win in the regular season. I mean, you got teams like the Heat who are in the playoffs who can't even come out, who can't even close in regular season games. So it's I want to know what you think.
It's interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I am taking the Mavs in 6 though.
Okay.
I think the Lakers got a little exposed last game. You know, last round. You know, Chris Paul went off that first game, and it just depends on how you play. If you shake them that first game, you'll be close. It's just winning that first critical game at home. Then you just have to stay on your toes on top of that, because, like you said, if they blow those leads like that, and that was just Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
They let Kobe catch a fire like that. It's a wrap.
It's done. It's done if you let Kobe.
It's a wrap. And the only thing that'll be able to save them is what has helped them out the most, their bench.
Their bench. Peja Stojakovic has been shooting the ball very well coming off the bench, shooting the three very well, and he's just a fantastic guy coming off the bench. And of course, Jason Terry coming off the bench. The Mavs bench averages 34.4 points per game in the postseason.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, second behind the Philadelphia 76ers, who are now eliminated. So you could say that they have the most points per game in the postseason.
So this should be interesting. The matchups should be very interesting. My favorite matchups is the inside matchup. Well, one outside, and that's the old men going at it, Kidd and Fisher. But see, Gasol and Dirk going at it, and then you got Tyson and Bynum going at it. What you think?
I really do. I like the Jason Kidd matchup. I really, because the Jason Kidd Derek Fisher matchup, because these guys, I mean, they're older, so you really don't, you know, they're not the highlight. You're not going to hear that matchup talked about all the time on SportsCenter, but they really do make their teams function, and they really do.
They're veterans.
Yeah, they play a significant role in how well that team performs, especially in the fourth quarter, and that's a big deciding factor right there. And of course, again, the Mavs bench, that may decide a lot, you know, depending on how they play. And Dirk Nowitzki, you know, how well can the Lakers contain him, or better yet, how well can the Mavs contain Kobe?
We'll see.
But both teams have playmakers. Both teams can. It's just the Lakers have the edge with the fact that they've been there before. They've already it's home court advantage. They've already two-peated, and they, people are saying that since they have everybody there, with Bynum's not hurt yet, because they have everybody there, they might three-peat, and I'm taking the Lakers personally. Mm-hmm. I will take the Lakers in 6 because of that clutch ability. Guys, teams, and I know I just ranted about this for hell long, but teams are different when they come into the playoffs. There's in any sport, there's playoff teams and there's regular season teams. You could beast throughout the whole regular season, which the Mavs have done for a couple years. They've been pretty good during the regular season, coming to the playoffs and choke. That's just how some teams are. But when you come to the playoffs, you have to step up and make it happen. And I feel like the Lakers can do that against the Mavs. I will take the Lakers.
Taking
the Mavs. And who are you taking for this playoff series? Make sure to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, download the podcast. We are on iTunes now. This is IB Sports. I'm BJ Griffin.
I'm Rell Gibson. Signing off.